Alrighty. Can you guys hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me, if audio's all good. And then we can get started as long as everyone can hear me clearly. Just move this mic a little bit. Yep, sweet. So, check this out. This is the last mouthful of a delicious piece of the famous Quad Racer biltong. So I brewed up a batch. I've got more, but it's the last mouthful of this strip. I think I've just smashed like 2 strips because it's so delicious. I can't stop eating the damn stuff, which is like totally healthy, obviously, to eat sugar-coated beef strips. So we've got a lot of prizes to do today because I went to Europe for 6 weeks and I completely failed to appropriately set Warren up to run the show. Jerk mode, good one. Yeah, also jerk mode for failing to set Warren up properly. Because as with everything I do, I have all these little convoluted systems that I use to run stuff, and I didn't teach Warren how to use all my little convoluted systems, mainly because he was also trying to get everything set up and working for Quad Racer for the Nationals. So he was going to be running that show because that wasn't supposed to happen, but Nationals ended up coinciding with my holiday, which was a surprise. But yeah, so he had that to do. So now we've got a bit of a backlog. So getting back was also just like trying to get back in the rhythm of Quad Racer and work and everything, so I just haven't had the time. But I decided to just do it all at once, get it all going, and we'll just do 10 draws and just completely catch up on everything. So tonight is going to be pretty exciting. So we're going to do 10 draws, of which 2 of them are supporter draws. Both of the supporter draws will be Flycolor 60 amp ASCs. The rest of the draws will be 2 T-Motor F4 FCs, Hyperlight FC, and 5 TBS VTXs, a mix of Unify Race HV V1s and Unify Nano Pro 32s, so the newer ones. So big mix of prizes today, and certainly some good high value stuff in there. I mean, we're talking about what, like $400, $500 worth of prizes
pretty
today.
Good. It's some lucky people tonight.
Yeah, so it's a good giveaway today. $500 worth of prizes, and I know that means just because it's a few weeks of accumulation, but yeah, it should be fun. So what we might do, we might start off with some lower value stuff. So we might just do two TBS Unify Race HVs first. And just don't mind us while we eat our jerky.
It's too good. We should do like TBS Lounge thing where John shows you how to make his jerky. It is the best.
I can do that. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff their kitchen. Making their shitty pasta.
Yeah, biltong's where it's at.
Oh, it's beautiful.
For anyone that doesn't know, biltong is a South African style of jerky, for lack of a better word. Except it's not smoked. It's just completely dry cured using a combination of sugar and vinegar and salt and spices, and then it's just dehydrated. So I have a pretty big dehydrator in my garage that just was completely full of meat. Dehydrating.
But sometimes full of filament.
Yeah, sometimes the dehydrator has filament in it because we use it to dry filament out to keep the print quality good. So it's a multi-purpose dehydrator.
So if your quads smell a bit
If your quads smell like beef in the next 2 weeks, you know what's happened. So if anyone wants the special edition, the new 4-dimensional Quad Racer pod, the 4th dimension being smell, beef quad.
If you notice dogs particularly go for your quad in the park.
It's the best way to train your dog to retrieve your quad, is to make your pod smell like beef. That's our new marketing.
Fetch.
The Quad Racer fetch mode. Okay, so we'll probably just set up to draw. So I've actually set up a whole heap of spreadsheets. I'm pretty prepared this time with a heap of sheets. So what I'm going to do is get some of those rolling. I'm just going to go through them one by one. Now they may or may not be in order, but that shouldn't affect the outcome because we haven't had many ons and offs in terms of new members. So, you know, the supporter prizes are both the same, so it definitely won't affect the outcome. So, alrighty. So we've got our first list good to go. So I'm just going to switch modes to the draw. There we go. We've got the draw set up there. Let me just fix that a little bit. So we are drawing the a TBS Unify HV race.
SMA.
SMA, indeed. None of that RP SMA. If you want reverse polarity, buy it yourself. I'm going to give away reverse polarity on this chat show. Jennifer Taylor. Okay.
New one?
Yeah, new one. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to make a winners spreadsheet while I'm at it. Congratulations, Jennifer. You have won yourself
Good quality
a
VTX.
great quality VTX. So specs of the HV race, Warren, go.
It is 25 to 400. Is it? No, 200 or 400?
200.
200 on the race,
The race one, yeah.
which is plenty because we never freestyle above that 200 anyway.
Yeah, well, freestyling above 25 milliwatts is actually illegal, Warren.
That's what I
so
just said. We never.
You never go above
we never-
25 milliwatts, do you?
No, never.
No, never.
No. Of course, the TBS comes locked, so that's up to the user's discretion to unlock that. Because TBS have nothing to do with that either.
No.
They would never want. They would never want to produce a product that could, bypass the laws like that or anything.
Never.
No.
Never.
Apart from that, it's just your standard good quality TBS product, smart audio, ready to go, connectable to the all the TBS updater stuff. Pro
Yep.
32's got all the new scripts in it and all that.
Cool. Good.
Rock solid. It's got overload protection, so when you smash your antenna off when you're racing and you have to wait 5 minutes because you crashed on the first lap, you won't burn it out.
Excellent.
Good for people like me.
Hey, you guys are a bit quiet in the chat. Is everything okay there? Have we got?
Is anyone in the chat?
Have we lost live? Can someone just pop into the chat and confirm that we're still live, still streaming? Because you guys are awfully quiet. Sorry guys, just assessing technical status. If you pop back on. Oh yeah, we're still here.
Oh,
Stevie says
cool.
we're still here.
Oh,
Will you
cool.
guys have some chat or something? God. Okay.
21. Business there. Cool.
Alright, we got business, Steve. Who else do we need? No video. No, the video's down right now. Let me just see if I can fix that. Alrighty, there's the
Hey.
video. Alright. Sometimes when the camera turns off, I have to reset it. Okay, so Jennifer Taylor won that one. So as you guys know, with the new rule system, she gets a little bit of a penalty imposed on her next draw, which drops her into a lower chance of winning again. She can still win, but her chances are heavily reduced. So this is a 100 vote system. So each person gets 100 votes. Supporters who pay more get 200 votes, and you get penalised 30% or 20% or 10%, depending on how recently you won, and those effects stack up. So if you win lots in a row, your chances are really, really minimal, but you can still win, even if you've won previously in the last couple of weeks. And there's a 3-week timeout for those, so it resets, yeah. So highly unlikely, or less likely that Jennifer will win.
Hey,
Still
Dan,
policy.
Hey, Dan.
Nice chatter, Steve. Yeah, let's not talk about bushfires and politics. We don't talk about politics here unless it's FPV politics.
Pub rules. No religion, no politics.
Okay, so maybe Warren, you want to scooch in? You're so far away. There's a bloody dog in your way, isn't there?
That's right. I don't want to disturb the puppy.
Maybe get a dog into camera. Okay, so we're gonna draw for another Unify HV race 1 now. So let's go ahead and get that done. Who's it gonna be? Here it comes.
Slow down. Ooh,
Matthew Ritchie.
Another new one.
Seen Matthew Ritchie
Have
for
you?
a while. I mean, like, just as it, I haven't seen him for a long time. I don't know if he was still in the game, but you know, obviously
Well, he's got a new VTX now.
maybe now he's back in the game.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
that might have been what he was waiting for.
he had no video, so now he's back in the game. Okay. All right.
Should we do a supporter draw?
Yeah. Do we want to do a supporter draw? Yeah, let's do a supporter draw. Hey, congrats, Matthew. First live stream you've got onto and you win. Good on you, mate. See, that's what you get for turning up. Alright, so next time we're going to do is we're going to do a supporter draw.
What does the lucky supporter get in this one?
The lucky supporter will win a Fly Color 60 amp ESC.
Ah, yes. Like gold they are.
Yes, they are like gold, although they're purple
Everyone
gold.
knows like we suffered a slight shortage coming into the nationals because
Yeah.
everyone bought them.
Yep,
And then we got another lot, and everyone's bought them.
yep. We still have them, but yeah. Okay, so let me just filter this list so we're doing a supporter draw. Okay, so this is our supporters, and these supporters came from, let me see, the week of from the 10th of October till the 7th of November. So these are recent ones. So let us. What are you guys talking about in there?
They've gone on to
What do you probably Epstein? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Now
drink.
I'm not saying someone killed Epstein, but it certainly seems like he was allowed to kill himself. Which, you know, what's the difference really? Okay, hang on, I'm just rearranging all my windows.
That's what they said to Epstein before they pushed him out.
Okay. Alright, so let's draw a Fly Color 60 amp. Who's it going to be? Probably Rep Mooney again. He always wins bloody ESCs on this thing.
He does, doesn't he? He's the ESC man. He usually puts him back up though.
Yeah.
But he'll probably take this one because he's not around.
Yeah.
So
He's
we're gonna
taking
force
it.
it to him.
I refuse to take it back.
Oh,
Ooh, Chris Gajdabransky, whoever you say your weird surname. Christopher Letters of the Alphabet, also known as Cut and Lines, which, when spelt out, it's very hard to not read as cunt lines.
yeah, I know. It was disturbing me the whole time at the Nationals. I was back actually.
Dear.
Cut lines. He's very lucky when it comes to these.
He's been pretty lucky.
draws.
He's been pretty lucky.
Yes.
Alrighty. Cutting lines. Congratulations.
Well done. Nice ESC. Go down well.
Let's get the next draw going. Shall we
Alright. Now, what are we going to do for this one?
Well, we're going to do. Should we do a T-Motor F4?
Ooh, nice. Nice flight controller.
Do you see Jennifer Taylor in here? Yeah, there she is. And Chris.
Chris gets his 30 off.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. You'll probably win anyway.
And who was the one before that? Matthew Ritchie. Matthew Ritchie. Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, so
This is a T-Motor F4 FC. So these we got as like a sample, but Quad Racer decided not to stock them for a couple of reasons. But there's nothing wrong with them. It's just that we were trying to minimise stock lines range instead of increase. So perfectly good ESCs, just never hit the shelves.
Very clean looking, actually. Very clean.
Yeah, they're really nice, and I know Thomas has provided a lot of feedback to them on them, so I'm sure they've had the real run around in terms of quality testing. So without further ado, let us draw a T-Motor F4.
Good prizes.
Yeah,
I want some.
I thought I'd
I
go.
know they're good prizes when you want them yourself.
I thought I'd go all out because people have been waiting, so I thought I'd go pretty hard on the prize quality.
Ooh,
Michael Farrell.
There you go.
Alrighty. So far, 4 draws, 4 different winners. I think that
It's working well.
is good. I think that's good. I think it's a good result. We like to see more than one person win. Okay, so 4 draws. What do we want to do next? Do we want to do a Pro 32 Nano?
There you go.
Let's do a Pro 32
Play
Nano.
32 Nano. Lovely.
And then let's do another supporter draw.
Yep.
And then go FC Nano FC.
Yeah. So we've still got a few nanos to come. We've got a couple of flight controllers.
Yep. And
Plenty to
a
go.
flight
Not even
colour.
halfway there.
Not even halfway there. Alrighty. So, alright, that doubles up. So list number 5.
You are very well prepared tonight.
I know.
Very well prepared.
Warren can't believe what he's saying.
Yeah, usually we wait around for a while for it all to compile.
You guys can't see it, but I have
On fire.
all these windows open, all stacked next to each other, all with all the information I need, all super prepared. It's very...
John's come back from holidays on fire.
Yeah. Okay. So, who do we have? Michael Farrell won the last one.
Yep.
Before that, it was Chris. Chris is not in this list. Oh, he must have missed the cutoff for this date period, which happens from time to time. Though I know he's a supporter.
Yep.
And before that, it was
Jennifer.
No, Matthew Ritchie. Matthew Ritchie.
Jennifer's back to full points now. Is the way it works.
Yep. So Jennifer's 4 points, and we're doing a Pro 32 Nano. So here we go.
Your VTX of choice, isn't it?
No, I like the race.
Not the race.
Unify HV race. I just find them to be much more robust.
Oh,
Di Bartlam.
Ah, you'll be happy.
That'll be perfect in her frames because she flies a pretty tight setup. Okay. Congratulations, Di.
Well done. She's usually on the chat. She's not tonight.
She is, but she's not present. So next up, we're going to do a supporter prize. Now, we don't. I don't do penalising for supporter prizes because the pool is already fairly small. I can, but I'd have to just do from the last supporter prize,
I think it's fine.
which is penalise Chris. That seems fair.
We should penalise Chris anyway.
Yeah.
He has too much luck.
Nah, he's a good sport. He'll understand that. All right, so we're gonna do a supporter prize. We'll just do Chris. Where are you? Ah, he was definitely a supporter the whole time. All right. Sorry, Chris. So, was anyone else in this list a supporter from previous draws, or is it just from the last supporter draw? We'll just penalise from the last supporter draw.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So, let's do another fly colour 60 amp ESC.
Anticipation. Building. It'll probably be Chris. Just because we did.
Oh, wow. Matthew, today is your day.
He is. He's on fire.
So what have you got? An ESC and a Unify HV race. Oh my god. You've about got a new quad, is what you've got. Well, that's what you get for paying the big bucks, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
So what are we going to do now? Another Unify?
Yeah, let's do another Pro 32 Nano.
Josh, it should be.
Rigged. Yeah, always rigged. Can only get so random.
Penalise Biz for that.
I'm actually secretly Matthew Ritchie. Okay. Now, Matthew, that means you are going to be double penalised.
Yep.
So Chris is back here now. Matthew, you are here. Actually, he's there. And who won before that? Die.
Yep.
Okay. So Matthew's double penalised. So you see his votes from 200 have been taken down to 126. So he's gonna struggle. He's gonna struggle this one.
Boy for winning so much. I've given him
Now, Matthew, it's up to you. You can be a good sport. If you do win this one, it's up to you if you want to redraw, obviously. You can take it or you can not. But I'm sure the community would love you if you did. Just putting it out there as an idea, just in case you're feeling like being saintly. Okay, let's draw this Pro 32 Nano. And look at that, Matthew's got 2 of the draws. That's his odds have been so hampered that he's only been drawn 2 times, so it's
Michael,
quite stacked.
Good man. And thank you, Michael, for sending me that stuff.
Yeah, and thank you, Matthew, for offering to redraw if you do win. We appreciate that. Michael Mouse, you've won a Nano.
What a Michael.
Pro 32 Nano. Okay, we're gonna go back to drawing FC. Should we do another T-Motor F4 and then a Pro 32 and then finish on the Hyperlights?
Yes.
Because the Hyperlights are a little bit of a crowd pleaser. Okay.
So what we've got now, we've got our
T-Motor F4.
another good FC.
Oh, now before we do this, I just want to show you guys something. Some of you may know this, but some of you may not, that my pilot handle is actually Quadfucius. because I run Quad Racer, and I just thought Quadfucius. It's a good pun. So Warren found this graphic of a Zen-like FPV pilot kind of design, and has printed me a lithophane, which is quite hard to show you guys on camera, right?
There you go.
And it's this bloody...
It's John, that's what it is.
So it's a Buddha-like guy with a beard with FPV goggles on, which looks a lot like me in a Zen-like state. Although if anyone who knows me has seen me fly, I'm not that Zen-like when I fly. So, but it's quite good. So I don't know if a lot of you would have seen it, but Warren has gone into business.
Yes.
With a new company called Mint 3D.
Mint 3D.
Which is just a 3D printing company that will do FPV stuff, but also just do general stuff. So all sorts of things. And I'm helping him out with that.
Yep.
So he's started that business, and this is one of the products he'll offer. So
We
that's
might have
what
a
it
bit of
looks
a,
like without a light behind it. And then as you see, as the light gets more and more behind it, you can just flash out that thing. But at some point, look, Quadco will throw some support behind that, and probably take on at an extra prize. There'll be some
Yes,
3D print giveaway,
that's right.
FPV related.
That's right.
So
There's going to be a full range of FPV parts on there for
Yeah.
all brands.
So if you're inclined, you can search for Mint 3D. It's a picture of a mint leaf in a sort of a circle with one sharp corner is the logo, and like it on Facebook, and it'd help it grow. So that'd be much appreciated. We know you guys love to support our personal endeavours as much as our business ones, so we would appreciate that. So now we're going to draw a Pro 32 Nano. I'm just going to import the list now. We've got to panelise Matthew Ritchie here. Di Bartlam was the one before that, and then Michael Mouse was the most recent winner.
That's Michael.
Cannot see. There he is. Okay.
Very good.
So sorry, we're drawing a T-Motor F4
FC.
F4 FC. So just check I recorded that. Yeah. Okay. Let's
Beautiful.
draw. So you can see Michael's been penalised there at 140 and Matthew at 160 votes and Di at 180 votes. So they've had a little bit of their voting power stripped off them. Now they're all supporters, so you can see that they've actually got extras. Steve Corby, congratulations! Getting a real diverse mix. Other than Matthew Ritchie, you greedy bastard.
Yeah.
Everyone else is getting a chance tonight. So we've only got 2 draws left, and I know we've really sped through them. As you might imagine, the setting up of the new business is quite a task. So we've got a fair amount to do. I'm still helping with the setup, etc. So a lot to do, but yeah, it's coming along. So tonight has been a little rush just because I am so time poor lately. So I do apologise for that. We're going to resume regular programmed scheduling.
We'll do a John beef jerky special.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. We'll give away some Quad Racer jerky in the next draw.
Jerky and
I'll
all
vacuum seal it. Okay, so Michael Mouse before that. Stephen Corby. Steve, you're a Quad Racer sponsored pilot. You already get a discount on them. Come on. And before Stephen Corby was Matthew Ritchie. Okay. Alright, so here we go. The last of the Pro 32 Nanos.
You can't stop eating this stuff, I'm telling you.
Oh no, it's so addictive.
John gave me a bag of it the other day. I got into it last night. There's none left.
Oh, Jared Gould.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Hey, Jared.
Okay. Well, we're close, guys. Coming up to the finale. And my mouth is full of jerky. You probably can't understand what I'm saying.
No, not much better.
What a duo. Okay. So,
Alright. The pyro.
last straw. Oh.
Awesome.
So, who was it?
Oh, it was Jared. Last one.
Jared was the last one, yeah. And before that,
Was
Michael Mouse,
No.
Stephen Corby,
Yep.
and then Michael Mouse. Jared.
You missed Jared.
Michael Mouse. There he is. Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty, guys, here we go. We're drawing the Hyperlight, and it's the last one. So, let's do it. Jerky roll.
Time out, jerky.
Every time I eat this jerky, I can't get my dogs away from me. But I'm pretty sure it's dog food.
Richard Hobart.
Oh, Richard Hobart.
Nice.
Congratulations. Sorry, Steve K. Maybe next time. Okay. So guys, that's everything. We just drew 10 prizes. So yeah, pretty that was pretty rigged. Classic Dan. Dan, is that, I don't even know if you're like Trump, you have like 50-word vocabulary.
You still got the potato we sent you.
I cut a slice of a potato and I laser etched it with the Quadracer logo.
And send it to him.
Because we paid for one on the Quadracer site. Because some people know we have a potato listing on the Quadracer site, which is used as a single dollar. It's an incremental thing. Like if someone needs a custom something, we just say
How many potatoes?
it's $7. Just like put 7 potatoes in your order, and we'll do it for you. But occasionally, when people are making an order, they're just like, "What's this potato item?" and they buy a potato. So I told Sebastian it was a joke, and that's what we use it for. But he bought one anyway. So I went inside and I cut a slice of a potato, and I put it into my laser cutter, and I etched the Quadracer logo in it. And now he's making me feel like I could charge for that. Like, charge more for that.
We could salt it too.
Salt it. Include some jerky.
Yeah, some jerky. Little care package.
And Quadracer care package.
We're taking over from the Nemo's thing. No more lollies. We got adult lollies in there.
Should we throw lollies into orders? Just people think that's a good idea.
Everyone used to love the Nemo's year-old lollies that came with the orders. It was good though.
Nothing like a mouldy fantail to get you through the day.
That's right. Yes, please.
Sebastian, you'll take any sort of freebie. I'll tell you what.
Of course you like lollies, Dan.
That's because your body can't produce enough blood sugar. It's too large. Okay, so is there anything else that's been happening in the scene, guys? I mean, like, when I went away...
The Nationals.
The Nationals, yeah, alright. Nationals happened. Thomas won. Surprise. But also, HD had just launched when I left. So, has anyone got DJI HD and what's the opinion on it?
Who's used it?
Yeah, who's used it? Who's seen it? Is it any good?
I have.
You've used it? Did you like it?
I thought it was good. It was weird. Huge screen, massive. Yeah, a bit distracting almost.
Yeah, right.
I'm not running out and buying it yet. That's for sure. But it's bloody good. Although I've seen it fail a couple of times too,
Yeah, right.
in weird ways. And if you're flying analog with it, forget about R5.
Okay.
Goodbye R5.
We can talk about Orca goggles if you want, Sebastian, but
But they're not up for sale yet. Pre-sale.
like flying a Hero 4. Well, that sounds shit. Get a 7, mate. I have concerns about letting DJI into the hobby, not because of their technology, but because of their complete willingness to just, go with the government.
Yeah, I think everyone would like them. But there is that hurdle of price. Big investment.
It's a big ongoing cost too if you break stuff.
Well, that's the people that I know that have got them are still flying them really mellow because they've only got the one quad.
Yeah.
Because they haven't offered any sort of 3 for 1 for the transmitter or anything like that.
Can you buy a camera and stuff standalone yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
but it's rather expensive. And that's the other thing, the lack of choice of cameras is a bit. That'd be my worry, is breaking the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a proprietary camera.
Yeah.
A bit annoying.
If anything, I think DJI has, as Sebastian sort of said, is not necessarily allowed people to back engineer it, but more to kick, put a rocket up the arse of the rest of the camera or video part of the industry to sort of, do something good. It's been pretty status quo as far as video tech's been for a while now.
It's good to push it along.
Just making cameras smaller is kind of getting boring. So video quality is.
Sebastian's sort of saying about the back engineering it, but if you look at Phantoms and Mavics and stuff like that, no one's reverse engineered those systems properly yet.
No.
And you can't. The thing is, you can do it, but there's no way you could do it for the price of a monster company like DJI because you just don't have the buying power.
And it's a lot of the time it's their proprietary software that's actually doing the work, or the firmware that runs on these things is probably doing all the work. So it's not even necessarily.
They develop their own chips.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like you can't just go buy those chips. It's not like other technology that's in.
Yeah, it's proprietary chips. Yeah.
You'd have to have the money to produce your own chip. Even if you're reverse engineer, which is a big investment.
Yeah.
We did go over that at one stage, how much it costs to actually produce your own chips and stuff like that, and it's huge.
At Mayton.
I mean, Trappy was talking about that too, exactly, and the lead time you need to get it right and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Make sure they've got a production line for you.
Oh, I mean, I know it took them a good year of testing to get this from design to production. So yeah, that's the other thing, Jamie. Obviously, it's not going to work with the lap timer, so it's not going to become part of the racing environment anytime practically soon.
Apparently, you can get them to come along and run your event for you.
Yeah.
And it's $40,000.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a bit out of everyone's range. 40 people, $1,000 each for the pleasure of HD for racing for a day.
Pass.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. What do they think the money is in
I'll
this
stick to
industry?
that. It's all good.
You are late, Discord 2000, whoever you are.
What did I miss? 10
10 prize
prizes.
draws.
We'll have to look backwards.
Chat about HD. Okay. Well, that just sounds like a mess. That sounds like a mess.
If I'm going to buy
Michael.
and put that investment in, I'm not tinkering with anything. Like,
What
that's
about
the thing.
people that aren't running lap RF? Like, yeah, it's just 200 milliwatts. Great. What else has been happening? What's cool? What's new? Some new stuff you guys are seeing.
Anyone seen the immersion power play? That looked pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
The battery pack with DVR at 60 frames, per second. Beautiful LCD screen on it, and it serves as a battery pack into your goggles or in your pocket.
That's nice. So
Very
what?
nice.
People can see the feet.
Yeah. It's got
On
a
the back
clip
of your
you
head.
can go on the
Oh,
back,
that's cool.
the side. Yeah, it's
That's
really
pretty cool.
Quite good, and it serves as a battery pack and an on-off switch.
Yeah,
etc.
nice.
etc.
Nice.
It's quite good.
Well, we didn't talk about Nimbus update because we don't really talk about quad racer stuff on here. It's a separate thing. So
We try not to toot our own horn.
yeah, so quad racer. This is not a quadracer.co video chat. But you know, I guess I
Nimbus
can.
update is yes.
We're working on some stuff. It's just a new sort of like more lightweight cam mount potentially with a flip stick, and
I'm currently got
an
rigged and
upgraded.
testing.
An upgraded sort of rear axle mount, which is a little more robust in terms of its ability to rotate around. So that's kind of where we're going with that. It's not really too groundbreaking. It's just a little bit more lightweight.
Looks very neat. I should have brought it around the build actually. I keep on forgetting.
But we are working on something.
And we're crash testing at the moment.
We're working on something a little more interesting than that, but it's very, very early days, and
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Do we want to show it?
Give them a little flash.
I'll give them a little
But
flash.
you do it compare with the other one too.
Yeah.
You've got to look at the difference.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Heapsy's on here, but this is more Heapsy's baby, so I'm not sure we're ready to share it. It's pretty cool though.
It's very cool.
It makes the Nimbus, no, because then you can just go back and pause the live stream where we flashed it, and then you can analyze it and fucking see CSI enhance and all that shit. I know what you're like, Sebastian. I know you. It'll be your bloody profile picture within 28 seconds. So yeah, like Quad Racer's working on some stuff. We're always working on stuff. We never stop.
No, it's a constant thing.
Although at the moment it's all about helping with the setup of Mint 3D more than anything, and really refining 3D prints. Helping get that up off the ground. So
Ooh, little flash there.
what happened? Did
I think John just picked his nose
shit.
with the frame, with the prototype.
Did anyone see that? You guys can go back and
have a look.
Nah, okay, hang on. I'll just do this.
That was a long one.
Yeah, it was a long one. So yeah, it's something else, but you don't have to pause it, Sebastian. It's okay. I was gonna give it a little bit of a preview. But yeah, look, we're working on a couple of different things for Quad Racer, and it's not all, it's not all groundbreaking. Some of it's about actually just shoring up old designs and making sure that they're still modern. The Kaiser 2 is probably more going to get a big refresh.
You guys using that as their go-to camera platform for cinematic stuff?
Yeah, and it's probably sort of found a little bit of a space there in terms of being a larger format camera platform that still can produce some serious speed. So that's probably more the direction we're looking to go with that. We might produce some custom 7-inch arms for it, and redesign all the camera and everything for it, to sort of get it into like the camera mounting and the rear mounting and that kind of stuff, to sort of put it on par with like the ENSO and the BS in terms of level of development quality. And
Because we put a massive effort into the BS and the RS, of course.
yeah, and I mean, look, the good thing is that I have actually redesigned that Kaiser stuff, because the BS and the Kaiser are essentially the original BS and the Kaiser are essentially the same quad, but
Yeah.
the Kaiser's just a shortened version of it. So the good thing is that a lot of the stuff for the BS actually just fits straight onto the Kaiser.
Yeah.
But tweaked it all to make sure it fit really well and it was good. And I don't know, maybe a Kaiser V3 actually looks like an RS, a tiny RS.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Narrow
where
it
the
down.
Kaiser goes next.
Yeah.
but for now it's staying in its sort of BS format, and
It's
it
quite
makes
good because it still allows a nice amount of space. And
yeah,
everything
it's
like
still a pretty spacious build, and going to a mini RS would be quite a hard build. We're also looking at maybe making a longer RS that is more of a cinematic platform.
Yeah.
So just
long
like
range cinematic.
yeah, put the GoPro right out the front and get it out well out of props, and so you can really get wide angles and stuff on it. I want to be old. Yeah, right. So, okay, dead cat. I mean, look, we can do a dead cat at any point, really. It's just about designing some custom arms that make it dead cat. It's probably easiest on the God mode, which is already kind of.
Really, the only real. I mean, the point of the dead cat is to get the front props out of view.
Yeah.
Of the GoPro, do you know what I mean? So, and really on the RS and the BS now with the new ramps, they're out of view anyway.
Yeah.
So, it just depends. Depends what degree people are filming at too. I mean, if you want it pretty low, you know, like what I usually do is prop it up with some foam and stuff. Same as G&O.
Yeah. Okay. I have had some other dead cat designs sort of presented to me. People are willing to sort of throw designs at me here and there and say, "Would you produce it?" I've seen some stuff that's not bad. I've seen some stuff that's really, really terrible. But yeah, look, I guess we'll look at it. Yeah, okay. I'll have a look into it, Michael. Look, it's probably not in the immediate development cycle. It's probably a little while away, but
GoPro mount that can vary tilt.
yeah,
John sort of developed something like that.
yeah, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
It's a hard thing to get right because varying tilt means giving up a bit of structural integrity in order to give you the flexibility of on the fly tilting.
You created a weak point.
The better solution. Sorry, my dog's hassling me. It wants to get up. The better solution is perhaps to I've developed, I guess, what is like probably a quick change mount that the main mounting chain stays on the top plate, and you change one or two screws to pull that GoPro angle off and put a different GoPro angle on. But getting that right as well is hard because you have to make it so the screw is really pulling that mount in, into the attachment into the mount to make sure that it's all really tough, and getting that kind of pulled together is a bit tough in terms of design. Like there are certainly it's got limitations, and it adds strain in places that you don't really want. You know, it adds strain to, you know, there's always a weak point, and the weak point becomes where it attaches, and you don't really want to hit something and have your GoPro go flying. Certainly not ideal. So yeah, look, all of that stuff is looked at, and it's worked on, and it's just a matter of getting stuff from that stage to actually develop, like to producing it. Because there's a big difference between developing something and producing it reliably and knowing it's going to produce the same.
And we never really make
result.
anything and just send it straight out to the masses anyway. We test.
Yeah.
And, you know, like
I remember
rigorously.
When Warren jumped on board, we went through and we cleaned out a lot of old stock and stuff. And I think Warren couldn't believe the amount of different carbon plates and designs and frames and all this stuff I had just lying around that is just like, it's just never even gotten close to production. Just like
Some interesting stuff there too.
probably like 30 or 40. I've probably designed 30 or 40 different frames over time. And you know, we've got 7. So it sort of tells you how long it sort of takes to go from, you know, I want to achieve this to this is what we end up releasing. Like it's a very long process, and some of that, you know, we've got a pretty reliable CNC now, so some of that process has been shortened. So yeah, we can do some interesting stuff. We can design stuff, you know, on the fly and pretty much cut it on the fly, and you know, so for this kind of cinematic platform stuff, that's probably how we'd go about developing it. So we'd love to work with you, Michael, to do that, because I know you're on it all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah. How do you join Quadco? Go to quad.co and follow the instructions.
Yeah. Just follow the instructions. Very easy.
So yeah, so we can sort of speed up that productivity, that sort of prototyping timeline, but there's always other projects happening, and it's, you know, it's about what gets focused, because there's certain parts of the business that make money, and there are certain parts of the business that are nice to have and just don't go anywhere in terms of actually turning over. And you know, quad race is not really a profitable business; it's a hobby business. So it's a delicate balance between what's successful and continues to be successful, and what is a nice to have for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, precisely. And that's the problem, is that, you know, you're one guy, and I'd love to support you, and I think I do my best to help you out as much as possible, but ultimately, yeah, it's not going to be hundreds of frames that sell.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm having a wank, but
He's patting his dog.
I'm patting my dog.
I'm keeping my distance. That's what he says he's doing.
Yeah. Stroking the hound.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
Isn't this dog so beautiful? Look at her, she's so cute. She's half Jack Russell, which is hard to believe. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for the extended chat, and for making me talk about Quad Racer, even though I normally don't want to. It's actually nice to talk about it sometimes, though.
Because you hate talking about it.
No, I actually don't love talking about it on Quadco, but you know, it's also hard to get the idea out to people about. Only some of your. Nah, you'd need to order. I'd give you Bears prints as well. You'd need to order Bears prints as well.
Yeah.
The arms are compatible. The arms are cross compatible.
Yeah.
So if you order plates, we can set up your plates and some prints as a deal. But
Yeah.
your arms are cross compatible. I think the BS is. I think you'd want to go RS really, for what you're doing. The RS will just give you a bit more top end speed for chasing the cars. BS is a bit more of a bando basher. Like it's 4mm reinforced and etc. The trip was really good. I went to Greece for a wedding, which was really great, and then I spent 4 weeks touring around from Italy, all through northern Italy, into a bit of Switzerland, back down through Italy into France, through some South France, and then across to Barcelona. Partied for 4 days in Barcelona, kind of. Drank for 4 days in and around Barcelona with my wife and a mate. So it was good. It was a good trip. Yeah. She likes that scratch.
She loves it.
Courtney, Harriet's the star of the show right now.
Yeah. Just got to teach her how to talk so she can run it.
There's nothing bad about going to Europe, Michael. Some beautiful stuff over there, and it wasn't actually as expensive. Like, we did camper van, which was probably the biggest expense of our trip, for 4 weeks, and we got by on like probably less than $1,000 a week most weeks. Like eating, drinking, seeing stuff. Like, it certainly wasn't as scary as you'd think. You know, once the camper van's paid for, all your accommodation's paid for, and your car, your transport. So you're very rarely getting trains. You're not getting anything else. So it was actually pretty affordable, like way more affordable than I expected. So I think.
Sorry, another dog down here too. We've been attacked by the dogs.
I didn't take any quads, and there were a couple of spots where I really would love to fly, that they were beautiful, but yeah, nah, it's just would have been a pain in the ass to lug them around and in and out of 6 airports and all the rest of it. So no, I didn't take any. Yeah, Italy's beautiful. Make sure you go north to the Dolomite Ranges.
Yeah, that looks
So,
good place to fly.
Yeah,
Quad there.
Tre Cime Lavarito was beautiful, and I think someone did a dive on it recently actually. So yeah, the Dolomite Ranges are absolutely stunning. So that's definitely worth going to. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head off.
Well done to everyone at one.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
congrats everyone. I'll
Have all that stuff out to
I'll
you.
be in touch with everyone, and we'll get it all out as soon as possible. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Talk soon, guys. Bye.